You're demanding a lot from your mind and your body, and you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Hey, welcome back to the Experience Lab. I'm Joanna, your experience navigator, and on this channel, I share experiential tips for everyday brands. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Joanna, and my personal tagline and words to live by are create experiences, inspire change, and help people grow. I spent 4 years after college creating events and experiences for brands like Google, Netflix, Absolute, New Balance, and Target, to name a few. But for a long time, the inspire change and help people grow parts of my words to live by and personal tagline got lost. And so in 2019, I created this brand, Everyday Experiential. I've been building this brand for over a year now, and like I said in the intro, my goal with this channel is to share experiential tips for everyday brands, because not every business has $250,000 to throw at their next event. And more than just events, I believe in people, the power of gathering, and in being mindful and fully present in the moments that matter. So my experiential tips are more about building memorable experiences than they are about being flashy. And a lot of my suggestions err on the side of affordability and steer towards being eco-friendly because the events industry already produces so much waste. And just as a person, aside from the brand, I do believe very firmly in doing my part to live sustainably. So on this channel, I also try to sprinkle in some lifestyle content that's related to event planning, and well, that's exactly what today's video is. If you didn't already know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this month I posted on my Instagram about event planners being left out of the conversation about mental health and self-care, and it resonated with a lot of people. So I thought that I'd dedicate the last video of Mental Health Awareness Month to my favorite self-care tips for event planners. I'm going to share some things that I recommend doing and that I personally do during and after events, because especially when you're running point for your team, planning events can take a lot out of you. So let's just get into it. Now, when you're on site at your event, one of the most important things that you can do is remember to ask for help. Yes, you may be running things. Yes, you may be the go-to person for everything that's happening on that day, but do not be afraid to ask for help. The quickest way to burn out is to try to do everything yourself. Another thing that's important to remember is to lift with your knees. And I know you're probably thinking, how old are you, 70? But trust me when I tell you, as someone who has been doing this for a couple of years now, you definitely want to protect your back and protect your knees as much as possible so that in the future, you don't run into problems playing Superman now. If your event is going to have significantly loud music for a large portion of the night, you definitely want to think about investing in earplugs. And I know that they're uncomfortable for a lot of people, and there are a lot of different ones out there. So I strongly recommend that you at least do your research, because again, protecting your ears now is going to make sure that if you have grandkids down the line, or you just want to hear anything past the age of 75, you can do that comfortably. Okay, and this next one is major. Make sure you hydrate adequately. No one's going to get mad at you for disappearing for 2 minutes to go pee. And the implications for not hydrating are really terrible. You end up groggy, you end up not being able to perform as well, and trust me, when you wake up the next morning, it's almost like you have a hangover. And you might actually have a hangover if you decide to drink at your own event. So make sure that you drink enough water throughout the day and have it available for your team. And while we're on the topic of keeping your body running like a well-oiled machine, you definitely want to eat healthy. If you're ordering food for your entire team, or if you're going to stop and take a break, which obviously you should, make sure that you eat something that's going to keep your body running well. And what I mean by that is garbage fuel makes your body run like garbage. Point blank, period. And while a good meal is necessary, so are good snacks. Chances are the day of your event, you're going to be on site, running around the venue, going back and forth for at least 8 hours, or potentially way more than that. So you want to make sure that you have snacks. And again, chips and cookies are great, but that sugar high, that high that you get, you're gonna crash. So ultimately you wanna go for power bars, chocolate covered almonds, and anything like that that's gonna give you clean fuel. One thing I probably should have mentioned in the beginning is that the night before, you definitely wanna get adequate rest. And I mean, this goes back to when we were in school, right? Right before you take the regents, right before you take your big exams, your professors, your teachers are going to tell you, don't stay up all night, make sure that you get enough rest. It's the same thing here, and even more so because, again, you're demanding a lot from your mind and your body, and you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. I personally live in a really busy area where noise comes through my window at all hours of the day and night. So a good night's rest means that I sometimes have to use an eye mask. And this one is a Bluetooth eye mask that has speakers in it so that you can play rain sounds and you really don't have to worry about the rain sounds clashing with whatever's coming through your window. If you're interested, I'll have that link down below. Okay, so now let's talk about after the event. Once again, one of the top things is to make sure that you drink water. Replenish your body from all of the work that you have done the day and or night before. Another thing to consider is getting your body moving the day after your event. And that might seem counterintuitive because you're thinking, Joanna, I literally just spent all day, all night on my feet. I'm tired. All I want to do is lay down. But I promise you that thanking your body by stretching and loosening up the same way an athlete would after a huge event or an intense workout is paramount, and it will help with your recovery. I personally love doing yoga the day after my events, and my Jade yoga mat, I've had this for 5 years now and it is still holding up really, really well. I'll have the mat linked down below, and as far as classes go, I strongly recommend Yoga with Adrienne here on YouTube. I will have her channel linked down below. All of the classes obviously are free because they're here on the internet. Adrienne is amazing and her videos aren't too intense. She's got a good range of things to choose from, and you just can't go wrong. You're going to feel relaxed and it'll help you unwind. Now, after you're done stretching or getting your body moving in some way, then you can soak in the tub and relax. Just grab your favorite bath bomb or bath salt and let the hot water do its job. My personal favorite, I swear, by Dr. Teal's, and I'm trying out the eucalyptus and spearmint right now, but the lavender is my favorite, and that is the one that I will also have linked in the description if you're interested in giving it a try. Now, the self-care does not stop there. When you get out of the tub, you can indulge in your favorite skincare routine. I personally don't have a super expensive skincare routine. I just use St. Ives scrub, and then I will pop up on screen here the sheet mask that I use, which is just a nice hydrating USDA organic, of course, mask that'll replenish all of the moisture back to your skin after you have been running around in dry air or humidity where you've been sweating. Just giving your face a nice good cleanse feels amazing. And of course, if you'd like to give my favorite sheet mask a try, I will also have that linked in the description for you. So I think you get the point. The day after your event, you definitely just want to treat yourself. Take yourself to a spa day. Go out to brunch by yourself, with your best friends, with your family, whoever helps you stay grounded and stay connected. You can also sit at home with a bottle of wine or check into a hotel and enjoy a little bit of everything. While you're watching this video, I'm actually taking Memorial Weekend off for myself as well. I'm not actively planning any in-person events just yet, but I hope to be back to it very soon. All the same, working from home can still blur those lines and really make it difficult to fit in self-care. So anyway, if you're hiring an event planner, I would strongly recommend that you consider putting together a gift box as a thank you with some of the items that I mentioned. And if you're an event planner yourself, you should definitely consider doing/getting some of the things on my list to care for yourself and make sure that you are rejuvenated and recuperated for the next one before you dive in. I sincerely hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more experiential tips for everyday brands like yours. By the way, if you haven't seen my last video, I am releasing a planner later this year that is designed to take you from big idea to big day, and I am super excited to be sharing that with you. For more information on the planner, head to my website down below, but also make sure that you're following me on Instagram, because from now until the time that the planner releases, I'm going to be giving opportunities in my Instagram stories to vote on some of the final features. Remember to stay present in your everyday experiences and take care of yourself. As always, I'm Joanna. This is the Experience Lab, and I will catch you in the next one.